JuJu and Kyrie both ACLs, two people you know very well, two people you've worked very closely with. Have you got a chance to speak to them? And what's this journey like? I don't think a lot of people understand the journey from injuries like this, the dark days, the days I want to say fucking quit, the good days, and then the better. Like, what is this journey going to be like for both of them in two different stages of their career?
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to both of them numerous times since. Been on FaceTime with Kyrie a few times. Kai gets it. He's been injured before, so his mind of just understanding what this process is like is for him. It's like, I'm just going to take the time, get my body right, get my mind right, spend time with my family.
And I like he's talking a little bit more. He's kind of coming out of his shell
Yeah,
a
he's
little
doing
bit
his
more.
streams,
Yeah.
and people are going to get a chance to see another side of Kai. So for him, man, this is not what he wanted. Obviously with the degree of some of the things that happened with their team, but he's in a good place, man, in the sense of just understanding what this is about. And so he's prepared for the journey. JuJu, on the other hand, was a little different. Young athlete.
It's new.
Just the first time she's ever been injured. And, just a natural thing. As a young athlete, her own personal goals, just in the NCAA tournament, the expectations. And the first couple of days for her were really tough, just from a mental standpoint. But, man, she's got her inner circle, her family, her parents. I had a chance to talk with her a number of times. We went to lunch, and she's on the other side of that now.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah, she's like, Phil, I'm ready. I'm going to come back stronger. I understand that this is going to be good for me. I can work on my body. I get a chance to work on other parts of the game from a mental standpoint. Let me understand the game from an IQ standpoint and dive into those areas. So she's already tracking in the sense of, I'm going to be ready for this comeback.
It's a mental monster. And I think what's different is this is, unfortunately, but to their benefit, it's more of a common injury now. ACL used to be a huge deal back in the day. Now it's more common. Medicine has improved. I'm definitely excited to see, her journey and her growth, and, obviously getting Kai back out there and him kind of showing different sides and kind of, like you said, understanding what it is now. I mean, even with JuJu's injury, she damn near swept the award season. Wooden Award, AP Player of the Year, Naismith Player of the Year, Women's USBWA Player of the Year. I mean, what have you seen before injury? Again, because you've been working with her for a long time, just kind of those steps that she's gradually been making.
You know what I love about her this year, Matt? We obviously, before I left on Arrival, we would work out at least twice a week. But when I left, she was like, Phil, we got to get on Zoom. We got to watch film. So we would try to watch film at least once a week on Zoom, take some of her games. And just the student part of the game is where she's really trying to have the growth. I think a lot of people look at JuJu and just see her talent, but she's like, we talked about her just having her basketball IQ rise to the same level as her talent.
Scary.
Boy,
scary.
That's where I really love. Like, we would watch film and she was always curious. What about this? How do I read this? Okay, what's here? And that part of the game for her, I saw a lot of growth in terms of just her understanding just her gravity. And then how can I get better at making my teammates better? And so just that part of the game for her, man, she's always been very open to understanding it's more to it. And then, she used the word anxious. She's like, sometimes I feel anxious when I'm on the floor in terms of scoring. I'm like, Ju, you got the ball every possession. You don't have to be anxious, right? The ball's going to find you. So now how can you just slow the game down, read the game? If your teammates are open, throw them just a simple pass.
That's Kobe's to me, though. That next level, that mental side. That's something he wanted to dominate as well, like that mental aspect and focus. And I've told this story before, but just him understanding. We were on a flight to Spain, and he had a bunch of courts, and he was figuring out where the rest of us were going to be open at, because he's watching the guy. Now he's not watching the guy guarding him. He has one eye on the help and the other eye on the third defender. So where do I see you guys open at? And it's just that next level. And like you said, for her mental, if her mental catches up to her skill set, she has a chance to be the greatest.
It's coming.
Ever.
It's coming. Well, you heard it from Matt. You didn't hear it from me.
I ain't gonna lie to you.